Time.
Gentlemen from South Carolina reserves, and gentlemen from New York recognized.
Madam Speaker, the 10-word slogan, "From river to the sea, Palestine will be free," means different things to different people. For many well-being supporters of the Palestinian cause, it's a slogan calling for a future Palestinian statehood and Palestinian dignity. And I agree with those goals, and that's why I support a two-state solution. To others, particularly to Israelis and Jews in the diaspora, the phrase is a threat, symbolizing the destruction of the Jewish people and the Jewish state of Israel. And I acutely understand that concern as well. But a basic truth is evident. If you consider the geographic area between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea to be exclusively Palestine, you are taking the Jewish state of Israel off the map. As clearly demonstrated by pro-Palestinian protesters following the horrific events of October the 7th, far too many people who boldly chant this phrase do not want Israel to exist. I know this because when asked, that's how they answered. As someone steeped in America's civil rights movement, I clearly understand the First Amendment and the right of free speech. I support peaceful protest. I support what my dear friend and former colleague John Lewis taught us about good trouble. It's okay for supporters of the Palestinian cause or the Israeli cause to cause some good trouble. But when good trouble turns into calls for violence, or in this case, wiping the state of Israel off the map, the rhetoric has gone too far. It becomes dangerous, and it could cause people harm. And that's why I support this non-binding resolution critical of that phrase. But let me be clear, there is absolutely nothing anti-Semitic about advocating for an independent Palestinian state. However, calling for the elimination of the Jewish state, praising Hamas, who strives for Israel's destruction, or suggesting that the Jews alone do not have the right to self-determination is anti-Semitic. I'm a strong supporter of a two-state solution, which will result in the area between the river and the sea being the home to a Jewish state of Israel and an independent and prosperous Palestine. That is what we should be chanting for, and what I will never give up hope for: a peaceful Middle East, two states, side by side. When I talked to some citizens of Israel right after an intifada, all they said is they wanted to live in peace with their neighbors. When I talked to some young Palestinians in the West Bank, all they said they wanted to live in peace with their Israeli neighbors. That's what we should be striving for. So, while I'm not really happy that we have to consider this resolution, that I do believe, unfortunately, was brought here by my colleagues on the other side of the aisle in an attempt to divide this House. I also know the danger of the phrase in question. That is why the resolution actually has my begrudging support. But in this institution, at times, you got to do what you think is the best thing to do, the right thing to do. And that's why I support this resolution and encourage colleagues to join in doing the same. And I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman from New York reserved. Gentleman from South Carolina recognized.
Madam Speaker,